brand split ruined within a week with The Miz and Asuka and John Morrison appearing in Law and Otis. Not only is Rollins undefeated on SmackDown, but apparently if you don't win a Hell in a Cell match, you can literally get kicked out of your entire family. Only in wrestling, folks. All that and more as we review last night's SmackDown on this brand new episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. Press the button to end it so we can segue into my intro. Go! You pressed it again, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Welcome back! So I am going to say that I did have a video planned for Dynamite.
I'm watching you, like, why?
You stared right into my soul.
I'm literally looking at the camera, like, I don't think she will ever be able to be on TV, I'm sorry.
She laughs too much.
Yes.
She was looking right into my soul.
So what do you think the cameramen do?
Not look into my
I
soul.
wasn't looking into your soul. Wow.
Anyway, I did have a video planned for Dynamite, but my nice little editing app decided not to work, so I am really sorry, but I get to make it up because we're having 2 videos today! Yay! But let's get started. So Raw starts with the Kevin Owens show, and Bryan comes out, and Bryan's so excited to be back on SmackDown, so excited to be back. You know, he's been gone since Brie had the baby. And Owens wants a tag team partner. Owens wants to complete his dynasty and be a Grand Slam champion. So he's like, Bryan, think about it. What if we could be a tag team? And Bryan's like, I don't know, like maybe not. I mean, Bryan was also listing his ideas for the future of SmackDown. He wanted to see the Intercontinental Championship defended every week. He wanted to see the new uprising stars like Shorty G, who we'll get to in a little bit, and other superstars get their opportunity on SmackDown since he feels like we have the better brand. And then, well, the tag team division decided to spice up and get interesting. Because then we see Ziggler and Rude come out, and Ziggler's like, uprising stars, how could you not mention me? Like, I've been here forever, and I deserve everything. And then the Street Profits come out and are like, oh, we're so excited to be on SmackDown. Finally, like, good competition for us. Like, this is great. And then, on top of that, Cesaro and Nakamura come out, and they're like, this is our tag team division, and we're getting screwed. Like, where's the respect for us? We carried SmackDown while you were at home taking care of your son. And Adam Pearce is like, whoa, 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 whoa. We can make an 8-man tag out of this. So, we go to commercial, we go back, it's the Street Profits and Bryan Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. And this was a really good match. It was a nice way to start off SmackDown. If someone who hasn't really been watching wrestling, they got to see 8 young superstars, even though Ziggler's like really, really old. 8 superstars like give what they wanted to the business. It made Bryan Owens look really strong here and could actually pull off being a tag team. I don't know if that's the route you want to go, but you do you, I guess. The Street Profits got the win here, so it makes them feel like dominant tag team champions. This was really good. I really like this segment. And they cut backstage, and Bryan's like, I want the smoke! That was awesome! Let's go! And Bryan... Oh, Bryan. I love him. And I do feel really bad because if you did watch Talking Smack, he did reveal that this is his last run as a full-timer. And it makes you sad. Like, he missed most of his prime because of his injuries. And, you know, Bryan's a part of our childhood and he's so good. And it's like, nope, I'm leaving. And it's like, no, you don't want to leave. And then we have the one of many Law and Otis segments. So if you don't know, basically the Miz sued Otis for emotional trauma, destruction of property, and whatever else. And so Otis was defending himself, then the Miz and Morrison had a lawyer, and then JBL was the judge. And like they're giving their statement, and Otis is like, I and the money in the bank, briefcase, winner. And Miz is like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. And like, they're all like, oh, this is an easy win, yada, yada, whatever. And the lawyer's just like, that was a really compelling argument. And the Miz just fires the lawyer. So I'm just gonna put all of them into one here. So basically, like the Morrison gives a testimony, and Asuka gives a testimony, Tucker gives a testimony, and like it all comes down to it. And then JBL is like, Otis obviously wins. Like, hello, it's the like destruction of property and like all this stuff you're naming. It's literally the job description of a WWE superstar. How could he not? Like, how am I gonna go in favor of you? And then the Miz just comes out with probably around like $10,000 to $15,000 in a briefcase, and he's like, "This could change your mind." And Ron Simmons is there, and so Ron Simmons like gets the money, and Teddy Long also is like the transcriber, so he had to transcribe Asuka and whatever he decided to say, or she decided to say. And JBL was like, Miz wins the whole thing, and this Sunday it's going to be Miz and Otis for the Money in the Bank briefcase. I really don't know what they're going to do. I feel like although Otis is really holding it off here, I feel like they don't have a plan for Otis, where if you put it on the Miz, it makes sense, because he could literally go after Drew or Randy at the end of Hell in a Cell, or even if they're going to do it with Otis, like you could literally go after Reigns or Jay, which would be really stupid to do, but it's something you can do. But we're going to talk about this in my predictions later, but it makes sense for the Miz to win. If you don't have a plan for Otis and you don't know what you're going to do, and you're just going to have him hold the briefcase for a year, make a joke out of something that has literally been a staple in so many people's careers, waste of time. Waste of time. And next, Bianca Belair versus Zelina Vega. Now this was sad also, because I feel like putting Zelina in a squash match, like I understand, like you can't necessarily have NXT people up there because, you know, COVID. But this was a really good match. I really want Zelina to be one of those staple women wrestlers on SmackDown. Bianca looked like a beast. If you saw her on Talking Smack, she's ready. She's going to be the #1 contender after Bayley and Sasha's over. And you're so excited for it. And you just want to see her as the face, because she's literally the most athletic person this company has. Please use her. Squash match good. Upset it was against Zelina. But overall, very, very good first hour to SmackDown. And well, Shorty G is no longer. Lars Sullivan's in a squash match against Shorty G. It lasts maybe 2 minutes. Shorty G loses, and you know, Kayla was doing interviews. And Kayla's like, "So what's next?" And he's like, "I quit." And you're like, "Wow, I heard this before from, I think, Austin Theory on NXT. Retribution. And he's in the back, and Pierce is like, "What do you mean you quit? You can't just quit." And he's like, "You know, I'm done like being this character known as being short and like defying all this stuff. I need to be the dominant person. I need to show that I'm a winner." And it's someone that was undefeated, an amazing American wrestler. It's Chad Gable. It's not Shorty G, and I'm done with this crap. I'm winning, and this is my time. And you're so excited because for 2 or 3 years he was just in this stupid character, and he's finally getting a chance to prove what he is. Thank you, WWE. I'm so excited for this. He should definitely go after Sami in that IC title. That would definitely put him on the map and make him feel as a more serious competitor. But this was really good. We all don't like Lars Sullivan. We've been over that already. But good match, guys. Or a good segment, rather. Not good match. Good segment. Next, we had Bayley finally signed the contract. So Bayley's out there and she's like, "You know, I did interviews all day and everyone's been asking about this Hell in a Cell match, but I'm not wrestling in Hell in a Cell. I didn't sign the contract. I'm not going to sign the contract. This is ridiculous. It's false advertisement." And Sasha comes out with the contract and she's like, "No, you're going to sign this contract." Bayley's like, "No, I'm not." Sasha's like, "Yeah, you are." And they basically have a brawl, and Sasha, I believe, did the bank statement through a chair to get Bayley to sign this contract. And this is the feud. This has to be the event on Sunday. This has to be the match that you're talking about. This is going to be the best Women's Hell in a Cell match. This is the match. And you know Sasha's going to win. If Bayley wins, I'd be shocked. Sasha has to win. Sasha's dominant. Sasha's going to take this women's division and take it to new heights. Her and Bianca, her and Billy, her and Natty. So many good feuds. This was phenomenal. I love anything that these two do. I also recommend, if you have not seen Bayley's Chronicle yet, it's so good. throw it back to the WWE 24 they did of NXT Brooklyn where they're like focusing on Bayley and Sasha. Like, this was phenomenal. Bayley and Sasha can do anything. They're the two women's wrestlers that are carrying the women's evolution. And they prove it, and they're going to prove it tomorrow night. Phenomenal. This is a good episode of SmackDown. Like, there's very, like, few things. And then our main event. Colby! So, this is exciting. So, Rollins did an interview, and Rollins is like, you know, everyone just doesn't realize that I'm the Messiah, and he's the disciple. And I'm going to prove that to him. Like, I'm going to teach him into his role. So Rollins and Murphy have this phenomenal match, probably the match of the night. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge Rollins fan. I'm not biased. So they have this match, and Aaliyah's watching from backstage, and Ray and Dominic are like, come on, let's leave. Like, we're going home. And they're like, no. I want to watch Murphy. I want to watch Murphy. And Rollins wins. And, you know, Rollins starts to beat down Murphy. And Aaliyah's like, go help Dominic, go help him. And Ray's like, no. Dominic's like, no. Aaliyah walks out there, and Aaliyah's like holding him, and Rollins is like, I don't hit girls. Like, what the hell is this? And so Ray and Dominic come out, and you know they just watch Murphy get beaten down, and Rollins went away, and they're yelling at Aaliyah, and it ends with Aaliyah just like staring at Murphy like, So like we talked about, I don't necessarily know when Rollins is leaving. I thought they were gonna hold that match for Sunday, so I'm interested to see where it goes. This, like I said, it was a good match. And it's just showing that Rollins is a top heel in the company. Yeah, take him seriously. When he comes back and he feuds with Roman for this title, or Big E, or whoever it is, it's going to be an amazing feud. Murphy has so much talent in him. He literally carried his own in this match with Rollins that there were a couple times I thought Rollins was going to lose. I'm excited where this is going to go with Aaliyah, and Murphy, and Mysterio, and everyone else involved. This is really good. And that leads into our final segment. So you can basically get kicked out of family, apparently. So you get to hear the tribal like consequences from Roman, and they show Jay in like the tribal chief suite with like all the food, and then it reveals that it's Jimmy, it's not Jay. And like Jay comes out and he starts beating down Roman, and Jimmy and Jay are staying there, and they're like, yeah, we beat him down. And Roman's like, well, you want to hear consequences. You see, if I win, you and your wife and your family, yeah, you're kicked out. You're kicked out. Like, you're not a part of the bloodline anymore. What? That's not Roman. You can't kick someone out of your family. What? Like, I understand. Like, it's probably like believable. Like, okay, like maybe it makes more sense for Jay to win, but Jay, like, you're not putting a world title on Jay. But